Hello everybody, Iain Robson, welcome back to an episode of County Line. Alright, so it has been quite a long time since I've recorded, it feels like at least. Just because of a variety of things. Primarily the move that I did not too long ago that some of you know about. So, that's the reason why I haven't had any County Lines episodes recorded. I didn't have any recorded in advance. I had lots of other things recorded in advance, but just not County Line apparently, so... Come on, there we go. Apparently I'm still not close enough. Alright, and also due to the fact that I am not in my normal office, I'm at my dad's house. I don't have my steering wheel. So, that's the reason why I look so choppy when I'm moving around. I think there's a way to... camera movement on. There we go. Turn that off for the time being. Alright, so our oats are ready, at least based on what I see on the map. Let's go ahead and pick up our header over here, and we'll get a little bit of this started. Yeah, it's really bizarre recording. This is at night too. Just my hours are just kind of I work right now. I work 8 to 5, basically. So it's been throwing off my morning schedule a little bit for stuff like recording in the morning. Hasn't been too bad. I just need to wake up just a little bit earlier in order to do it. But then another problem I'm gonna run into for sure. Oops, it's over here. Another problem I'm gonna run into for sure is just the upload speed. My dad's got a much slower upload speed than I do at my house, basically. So, all right, let's see if we can get these oats harvested. There we go. So. That definitely doesn't help at all. So we're gonna see. So I'm recording this in 720p as opposed to 1080p due to the connection. So if I use 1080, it would just take, oops, it would just take ages in order to upload it. All right, let's go ahead and check to see if this is ready. They almost look withered, actually. Almost. It's kind of weird. They actually do look a little withered here. They look brown. Alright, let's go ahead and get our... As you can see, I'm all set up for corn, but corn's still not ready yet. We can actually check to see what the corn's like if we hop into the field. 85, so probably maybe one more day or something. Alright. So we need... Do I have a field set up for that one? That's what, 18? I don't think so. If I had to guess, let's see here. Plow, fertilizer, no. But no, no overloader. That's okay. Yeah, so work's been really, really interesting. We're learning a lot of things. Like trying to memorize all the, at least know a lot of them off by heart. A lot of the variations in the still equipment. Oof, there's so much to learn there. Let's see. Let's get a headland done first here. At least try to do a headland. Yeah, there's so much to learn just in the still line alone. I've barely even gotten into the lawn tractor stuff, so it is crazy what you can what I have to remember. Like a lot of it, like some of it you don't have to remember, but some of it you do. So it's trying to remember like what I can is difficult enough, let alone trying to remember all the extra stuff. So the funny thing is, like, what I've been working on is like specific stuff within the job, like working on just kind of the chainsaws, for example. If somebody asks you questions about, you know, something else, for example, and you're like, I don't know anything about that yet, but you try to help them as best as you can. It's always interesting because you're like, you want to help as best as you can, but you just can't. You just don't have all the information yet. You don't know all the information. At least now I know how to get a lot of information now. So like, if I need to find something, I can find it relatively easily. For the most part, like I kind of built up a reference manual for myself, basically, on some of the stuff, just because it's like, okay, which one's this? Like, how does this go? So, it's been kind of interesting for that aspect, at least. So, but I've sold, you know, chainsaws already, and I've sold some leaf blowers, but I haven't sold any tractors yet. You know, it's not really garden tractor season, so I'm sure in the spring they'll be much different than it is right now. But right now, I'm happy that it's not that crazy because I couldn't imagine trying to learn all of this all at once, you know, in the high season sort of thing. So it just works out even better the fact that it is low season, so to speak. So, but yeah, it's been a lot of fun actually. You get to play with, kind of quote unquote play with chainsaws. Really don't play with the chainsaws at all. I just start them up to make sure they work and then go from there basically. You know, put a little bit of fuel, a little bit of chainsaw oil, and chain oil I should say, and then that's it basically. I fire it up, make sure it works, make sure the chain's working, and then go from there basically. And then at that point you kind of give it back to the customer and they're good to go basically. So yeah, I wasn't sure if we're gonna get a headland done here yet. Apparently we will not be able to get it all done. Not this rate at least, so. Oh, actually what we'll do is, the headland, we'll just chop it, and then the rest we want to drop the straw. Because we need some straw for our cows, and I believe our cows have been neglected, because I fast forwarded time to get to this point so I could harvest the oats. I'm like, I want to harvest the oats or the corn. I in my mind I was like, okay, let's do the corn, but that wasn't ready in time. But the oats were, so that's why we're harvesting oats as opposed to corn. But oh well. Yeah, but overall, work's been pretty good. Like I said, it's different schedule, so I'm kind of get used to that. I have, in comparison to what I used to have, I used to have a lot more free time on my hands after work and before work, but now I don't have nearly as much, which is fine. Yeah, it's to be expected. What we'll do here is, what's the best way to do this? Probably on the other side, really. Oh, apparently someone's messaging me on Skype, on Discord. Let's go from this side. Yeah, we'll just unload it straight up. What was it? Shift C. Yeah. Yeah. So because I don't have my my steering wheel hooked up or anything, it all seems really choppy to me. I'm like, rah! But the main reason why I don't have my steering wheel hooked up right now is just because the desk I'm using is a little, I don't know if it'd be able to, it probably would be fine for some light steering wheel usage, but if I were to get like, do some racing, I'm not sure. It's kind of like, it might be okay. I'll have to try it at some point. But for now, I have the computer set up, so this is like, you know, test number one essentially of how this is going to work at the place for now. So eventually when I get my own place, I'll get a better internet connection, which will make a big difference in terms of uploading and stuff like that. But for now, this will suffice. Alright. There we go. But yeah, so for now this will work. So when I get my own place, which will be, I don't know, a couple months I guess now. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see how it all works together. We don't have a master plan as of yet, but the master plan is, you know, well, there's no master plan set in stone, I should say, but there is a master plan of sorts, which is, hey, let's find a place, let's get settled sort of thing. So like, I'm like, week one is done on my new job now. Now I'm getting more, I don't know, every day you get more and more comfortable in the job. So it, in that regards, is better and better. But there's always something new to learn, you know. New equipment's coming in, old equipment's going out, you know, there's sales coming up and all that stuff. So like, I've never done any of that stuff before, so it's so strange to try and do some of that stuff. Like today, what was I working on? Today, I was trying to price things. And because the numbers on the side of the like the generators I was pricing weren't exactly the same as I had in my book, I'm like, wow, what's going on here? I'm like, why can't I find the right thing? So frustrating, because I'm like, I don't know what I'm looking for at all. I'm like, I'm just trying to figure it out. Like, you know, I don't know, I'm not even sure. Like, you know, can I look at something? Like, okay, that's what that says. I'm like, okay, I'm looking for this though. I'm like, why can't I find this? I'm like, and just, you know, one thing after another, basically. It's all fun and games though. Not really, it's all work, but it's interesting. It's a different type of work. So today I talked to a couple people who wanted a backhoe for his what was it, the next no, it wasn't an X, it was a 2030, 2032, 2038R, I think it was, maybe something like that, one of those compacted tractors, and he wanted a backhoe for it. So like pricing out the backhoe, it's like, They're like, you have an older tractor? I'm like, yeah, I do, kind of. So like, this is how much it's going to cost you if you're interested in it. So, you know, like the way the job works, like I'm not doing all just, you know, I'm not doing just like one specific thing, because you know I'm the first. What happens is when people walk in at John Deere, like I'm the first person they see, sort of thing. So they always ask, you know, they're always the first one to ask me questions like, hey, can you tell me a price on this? And I'm like, let me check. So like sometimes there'll be someone else there to help. Other times I'll just be like, let me see if I can find it in the system. So luckily people are pretty good about it. I haven't had anybody who's been really upset with my the speed at which I've been functioning at so far, so which is a plus. I guess I could put it right here. Let's go ahead. Actually, interesting little story. Well, just interesting little fact. Driving to work, because I have a car now, just due to the fact that I can't get to work without a car because it's in the middle of nowhere. There's no public transit. Of course, I would love to take public transit, because if I took public transit, it would, you know, simplify my world. You could take a nap on the car, on the bus, no problem. Let's do this. Oh, this is what made much more difficult with this. Let's put the waypoint right there. And then let's get a couple waypoints in there, and then go back onto here. There we go. Let's go manual search. We want the CR1090. No combine in reach, eh? I beg to differ, sir. Anyways, the reason why I was talking about my commute to work is because on the way to commute, on the commute to work right now, there is a Case quad track and a class Lexion 780 just chilling out there on one of the roads. It's pretty neat, actually. And strangely enough, it's a Case quad track. It's got the tracks on it. It's actually carrying like a chaser bin like this, which is kind of neat to see. And then the class is a class Lexion. I think it's a 780 with tracks as well. As well as, what else does it have? It's a Cat Lexion color. So it's like in North America, the Cat colors aren't like green, Cat Lexion. So like the Lexion colors aren't like green and white like they are with Kloss. They are. It's like the Cat colors, so like black and yellow sort of thing. But it's pretty slick. Maybe what we'll do is let's back this guy up here a little bit. Maybe he'll be able to line up. I don't know why he wants to go all around circles again. Anyways, yeah, it's kind of neat to see that set up there, because, you know, depending where you are, in Ontario at least, there's lots of harvest season's kind of full swing, basically. Really? Come on. You're okay. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. Well, let's get it out of the combine while we can then, I guess. It's actually funny, I was just talking about the moisture of soybeans today, actually, which is kind of interesting. Well, let's go ahead and grab this guy over here then for the time being. Let's get the animals dealt with, because they need some food here. Yeah, we were talking about moisture, and apparently the elevators here in the area want 13% moisture. That's what they're looking for. So because we got a little bit of rain lately, like drizzle and rain and drizzled, and haven't had any sunshine for a few days there. So what's happened is a lot of people are like, a lot of guys haven't been able to combine their beans yet, specifically, and some corn. I did see some people doing some silage corn today, which was kind of neat. I didn't stop and look, but they had like 2 or 3 trucks going back and forth, which is kind of cool. So this is one of the cool things about my job now, is the fact that I'm a lot closer to agriculture. So like I'm seeing it on the roads, for example. I'm seeing it, you know, at work itself. So in those regards, it's kind of neat to see it all working together, which is really neat, actually. There, it doesn't look so crazy anymore. Alright, let's go feed our cows. I don't know how much corn we have down at the other area there. I don't think we have that much, to be honest with you. But I'm sure we have more than enough. Well, we're gonna find out here in a second, actually. I honestly don't know how much we have. I could speed up time a little bit here. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can get rid of the rain. Let's assume it's going to be a light rain, and then the sun comes out right after it. There we go. We're under that assumption at least, so yeah. But being close to agriculture is kind of nice. So like, I'm able to stop into my in-laws and say hello and stuff like that. Ask them how the farm's doing. So in terms of being closer to family, it's really awesome. Be able to help out where I can on the farm and with my dad and whatnot. So, well, there we go. Got a little bit of sun here in the afternoon. Let's see if we can't get rid of that wet crop there on the seasons mod. Maybe. All right, here we are coming up to the dairy farm over here. Now, some people asked in some of the comments long ago about whether or not it's going to get into pigs or not. And as of right now, I have not got into pigs, obviously. I have not bought any pigs whatsoever. So we may do that. Obviously I have enough money. I have 1.3 million right now. And that's because I sold some of the old bales and sold some of the pallets that I've been just laying about, just to kind of get rid of some of the extra items on the map, sort of thing. Because like sometimes when your FPS is dipping, sometimes it's due to the fact that you have a lot of things just floating about. Let's go give the cows the corn first, and we'll see what happens here. Apparently got a little bit of manure. Alright. Let's see here. That's not bad playing with a keyboard and mouse. Just takes a while to get used to when you're so used to playing with the oh, why is it going back tip? Should be doing a side tip. Green door left. There we go. That's one nice thing about these, you can choose a side. Not quite all of it, but pretty close. So they got a little bit of corn now, which is good. That should keep them happy for a bit. Let's do a little bit of a U-turn here. Go back through here. Actually, we had a JLore rep come in the other day there. And JLore is a company that they make mixers, so it's kind of interesting to see. We don't have actually any at the shop, unfortunately, because it'd be cool to see them a bit up front and kind of take a look at them and understand how they work a little bit. But I understand why we don't have. Well, I don't actually. We're supposed to have some. We should have some, but we don't have any yet. So maybe in the future we'll get some. Who knows? We shall see. But it was kind of neat to see how it all works together. In that regards. Let's get them a little bit of TMR here. Assuming we have some. Oh yeah, we got plenty. And let's see what are the levels like here. Not bad. Not bad. Can use some more silage. Alright. And then looks like we can get back to harvesting a little bit. Yeah, but it's been kind of a whirlwind week, like making sure everything gets done and trying to remember stuff and not get overwhelmed. Well, I haven't really been overwhelmed per se. Like, you know, some people get really like, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for here? Bogged down when they get overwhelmed, and I'm just like, oh well, like I know I can't remember all of it, and they know too, and they know it's gonna take a while, so they're totally okay with that, thankfully. All right. BGA unload. Nope. Let's put this guy on TMR loop. I think it's called. Someone asked why don't I have these all in file folders, and I have no idea. I just haven't got around to it yet, to be honest with you. No. Oh, my mouse is bugging me. Oh, did I lock that up? Maybe. Maybe. Hopefully not. Looks like I did. Anyways, folks, I guess that'll be it for me for today. My name is Ian Robson. I hope you enjoyed this little episode of Counting Line. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.